I don't play tough, I stay calm. I don't fake heat, I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move on just to be right. I don't chase.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I don't ever want to hear anybody complaining about matinee games ever again. Let's be honest, we are up way too early to watch a hockey game. Right now, Canada is beating Finland in the women's game 3-0 in the third period. Team Canada versus Czechia, game 1 for the men's is 8:30 puck drop. So I thought I'd come on a little early for y'all. Make sure everything is set up beautifully. My name is Matt for OilersFanReaction. Hey, Nick, out at sight, that sucks. I don't miss those days. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not miss those days. So we're going to have a different experience. I am in the living room today, so you will not be able to see too much of me, or you'll see way too much of me. There isn't going to be the clicking back and forth, the goals and all that. It's just a basic stream. Me talking, being a jackass as always. Yeah, another medal for Canada today already. We got a silver in the men's snowboard, which is great. Hey man, oh, Canada just scored again. 4-0 Canada. Women got embarrassed by USA yesterday, so we're kind of taking it out on Finland today. It's going to be an interesting gold medal game. Canada, USA, gold medal. I'm predicting it now. The men's, I don't know for the men's. I think it's going to be Canada versus somebody. But it won't be Canada versus USA. I just think that Americans are going to go out, try and fight. And unfortunately, in international rules, you cannot fight in international hockey. There's rules against that. I mean, to each their own. If they do fight, good for them. Staying true to who they are and what they are. But I don't think it would be advantageous for them to be fighting. Who knows? I'm not American. I don't care about Americans. Hockey players for Team USA, that is. Obviously, I care about American people. Oopsies. I think they're going to have to outscore the problems because I think the problem is going to be in net. If you want me to be 100% honest, 100% of the time, I think the problem will be the goaltending, and we're going to have to find a way to outscore that problem. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but going by what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing, goaltending may be Canada's Achilles heel this year. Unlike years past where it was the elite goaltending that won us, it'll be the terrible goaltending that could cost us? But that is a really great question, Nick. Also, Canada got screwed over late last night, early this morning in the gold medal. I don't know how, based on turns, like how that, like that's Boulder Dash. Based on one slight turn, that guy gets gold, you get the silver. Based on one turn? Seriously? Seriously. No, Nick. We ran out of time. I've been sick and dealing with kids that just do not listen. First game, no graphics. Second game, oh boy, howdy do we have graphics. Because like I said, first game is going to be very living room stream. Because the wife is in school downstairs on the laptop. My entire setup, computer monitor, big computer, everything is in the living room right now. If I could show you guys, I would. It's something to behold, I promise. Let's see. Big comfy couch. Yes, exactly that. Big comfy couch stream. The get ready to clown around with Lunette and Molly. A clown and her dolly on the big comfy couch. Now, in saying that, let's be honest, Bennington is the goalie today. And then at 1 o'clock, we have Latvia, USA, Germany, Denmark. For all those that care about the other teams in the Olympics. Of course, it's not responding. So. Oh. I'm already having technical issues up here. Oh, that's awesome. Apparently, my internet is not responding. Apparently they've pushed the puck drop back for the men. Which is what it is, right? It is what it Mm-hmm. Boo 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 doo boo 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 boo. Now what I do have though, Canada versus Czechia. Got that. Motrin might be my best friend today. Motrin and I may be on first name basis today. No, they do not do anthems before the game. They do the anthems after the game, I believe. For the winning team, that is. Very good question. Very good question. Let's see how the sound is. So it's not too loud.
Really direct in her approach. She had
Sound good? You guys can still hear me?
Holopainen in the slot as well. Painaka takes it in off the backhand. Taps it off the tappity. Salalainen. Suranta off the backboards. We're seeing a lot of that off the backboards play, especially when there's players in the middle of the ice. So doing it for possession versus a shot on net. Natalie Spooner gets by one. Chooses to cut back, looking for a far side pass. Holopainen. Oh, that could have been a skate for Vainaka. Canada has to be careful that they're not all pushing forward. Thompson collides with the net. Oh, she shakes that off and is going to remain in the play.
You have to go outside. Okay, outside.
Off goes Thompson. Holopainen with speed. Finland's wanting a call. Lehtera, Finland's head coach. Yeah, he wants a slashing on Daryl Watts on that play. Holopainen had picked up speed underneath the puck, and she was flying through the neutral zone. Animated now on Finland's bench with the official. Arms have remained down for the referees for the duration of this game. Tara Lehtera is pointing at Villiers, or was pointing at Villiers, saying, "Give me a call." So Canada's quarterfinal game is on the 14th. We'll wait to see who the opponent is. A regulation win today means it'll be Germany, so that's about 2 days off, Cheryl. You wonder In speaking with goaltending, is this Davies net for the rest of things? Could we see another Mashmeyer? The games are well positioned, significant days off, so rest will be counted for the remainder of this tournament as Stacey uses her explosive speed and gets by Tapani. Leaves it back, Toronto's right there. Gosling follows it up. Julia Gosling, 3 goals. This tournament, her first ever at the Winter Olympics.
Delayed puck
Consider
drop.
O'Neill has a few, Gardner has
yeah.
one. Some production from your fourth line. I do like the compliment in Gardner and Gosling as well. We've seen O'Neill just go up and down.
7.5 left to go in the third
It's all in
period.
the face-off
Canada
dot as
4,
well.
Finland
Sophie
nothing.
Jakes brings it in. Sees if there's some support. Trying for a cross-ice pass to Watts. Down low. Watts back to Jakes into her skates. Keeps the play going. Aaron Watts after the Fillier. In comes Fillier. A high shot off the glass. Thompson back to the ice after an awkward collision into the net. Claire Thompson to Jakes. High and into the corner. Another pass out in front, looking for Breanne Jenner.
Disappears and he
Jenner's
reappears.
first ever goal at the Winter Olympics was in the gold medal game, Sochi 2014, with under 4 minutes remaining to start Canada's comeback.
3:26 led the charge.
How about that for your first ever?
Sport was about friends, and I was not a good sport.
Clark tracking it well as Carolina looks for Vinica. Hermel powering through. Transition. Shelton reads it and fires it back down.
While being very aggressive in the neutral zone, and a lot of the time you can do that because
That's
as
kind of
mentioned
a
earlier,
late
you're in
hit to
the
the
right
head
spots.
there, but it kind of
Now
got
it's
away with
Stacey
it.
off the backhand, a chance here. She
And they
scores!
score. Canada,
Make it 2
5.
for Emily Clark.
Gotta love that forecheck though. Forecheck, back check, paycheck. That's what they say, right?
I was just talking about the neutral zone, and the aggressive nature in the neutral zone is able to turn this puck over quickly, and that's how
That's
they're
a
able to get it
scary
in. You got your
combination.
Claire Turnbull on the hut. We talked about that.
I think
second
that
there.
hit was
There
a
it
little
is.
high,
Now all of a
but
sudden, you're able to disrupt
the
the
refs
play,
don't
and
call
Laura
it.
Stacey takes it, drives through the slot area. It's
Let
just
him
a
play
loose
on.
puck. Everyone's tracking Stacey as she's going to try and split the seam here. She's going to miscue. It's going to go off Shailene's skate, but everyone's kind of converging towards Stacey, kind of pushing laterally, and it's going to be Emily Clark who comes in behind the players to be able to bury it for her second of the game.
So 2 goals for Emily Clark in this game. Now 4 players with a multi-point performance. Stacey with the assist for her second of the game. 5-0, Canada leads the Finns. Saskatoon's Emily Clark. 2 goals
Saskatoon,
in the
Saskatchewan,
third
you
period.
don't know.
Bring us a 5-0 lead.
We're experiencing extremely heavy snowfall with icy road conditions. If you're commuting, we recommend using your
Game 4,
Texas was feeling
Calgary, Minnesota is happening tonight as well.
Now Taxes is filing
For
from
all
anywhere
those that are-
with the support of a trusted Canadian TurboTax expert. So you can do your taxes whenever,
Interested in that
wherever.
series that we've been doing.
And today, that just might be from bed. That's more like it. Now this is Taxes. Into
Game 4 is
TurboTax.
happening Calgary, Minnesota. Team 4 versus Team 29, I believe. Yes, the standings are based off this year's standings when the Olympic break happened. Don't you worry, folks. Your 16th place Edmonton Oilers will be home against the 17th place Seattle Kraken. So far, we've had one upset in the series. The St. Louis Blues, the 30th ranked team, upset the second ranked Tampa Bay Lightning in a barn burner, 2-1. Colorado skated very easily over the Vancouver Canucks, 5-1. And yesterday's stream, very close fought battle between Carolina and who did they play? The Rangers. Carolina squeaked out a 2-1 victory there. Yes, Quinn Hughes is on the Minnesota Wild roster, for those that are curious.
How Lutte stayed in that point was unbelievable.
Holmgren.
Ice hockey men's preliminary round, Czechia versus Canada coming up. I guess they have problems with the ice. Shocker. Color me shocked. Color me shocked.
Well, the Americans are a very different team than Finland as well, and it's the deepest and most skilled team I think we've seen from the Americans. And they come at you in waves. They're always moving, and so that forces you.
Lier looking for the centering feed.
Forces you as a player to adjust, and sometimes if you're just slow to the mark, right, you create openings for the Americans.
Look out, Caroline Harvey. Look at the stats leaderboard coming into today. Tied for
Matthew
lead with
Tkachuk is
Canada.
healthy, apparently.
5 points, but now look out, because Gosling's got 5 points as well for Team Canada. 5-0, the Canadians lead against the Finns.
Let the games begin.
She's so smooth, so aggressive. She is holding nothing back.
Scores! What a shot! This rivalry explodes. I've never seen anything quite like that. I love it. That might do it.
We both love Rakuten.
We text cashback rates on the daily.
So when I first joined, I thought, okay, I'll get the app and I'll earn a couple of dollars.
Yeah, you were underselling it though.
And one day you're shopping and you get 10% cash back on top of a sale, and then you're like,
Yeah, I mean, you save on beauty, clothes,
Home decor, pet stuff, electronics, all my favorite stores.
Did you know there's travel on there too?
This Rakuten thing is real.
It's real, girl.
Join today for free.
Today on Bell Olympic Daytime, multiple medals up for grabs for Canada in short track speed skating. And Chloe Kin chases history in women's snowboard halfpipe final. That's today on Bell Olympic Winter Games Daytime.
And Renee Davian has done her job here tonight. Coming off a challenging game against the Americans. Look, you see the shot volume has dwindled over the course of this game, but we know if it's Nieminen, if it's Karvinen, they've got the skill. And she's been doing a great job over the course of this game.
And a huge loss to them with Jenny Burakovsky leaving this game so early as well. They'll be precautionary with her as they enter their quarterfinal matchup.
Leitinen leaves it for Rantala. Now Holopainen to Sandy Vanhanen. Also the Rock will chase after it. As the Canadian women are out here taking on the Finns. And Canada men's hockey team taking to the ice today against Czechia. It's the third time in Canadian hockey history. Both the men and women are taking to the ice at the same time at the Winter Olympics. Happened most recently in Pyeongchang 2018.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And seeing the likes of Sidney Crosby, the golden goal in 2010.
Hard collision into the boards. The fans gasping as Fillier pops to her feet and a wide shot from Nieminen. Davian looks for the loose puck. And there's that line shot we talked about.
Finnish player
Get their moments,
feisty.
Canada will have to be careful.
I like it.
some offense here for the Finns, and it's getting a little feisty out there as well, and I like the pushback by the Canadians. This is a game that can certainly play physical in. Just want to make sure that you protect your goaltender. You see Savalainen comes in, Philia gives her a shot. She wasn't on Renee Desbiens, but sending a message otherwise. Bit of a size difference there.
Carolinen looking. Desbiens makes the save. You know, the Finns use the height of Savalainen on power. So far, no power plays for either team.
I personally like it because I like there a little more contact in the game. It's what these athletes are used to, especially ones that play in the SCHL over in Sweden or in North America in the PWHL. They do like contact along the boards.
Most of these Finnish players playing in the SDHL, only 3 play in the Finnish league in the Aurora Liga. Tip in front, Desbiens.
Oh, good save there by the Canadian
save in
goaltender.
time as the puck almost popped under her pad. Reset of the face-off. Nurse will take the draw for Canada. Spooner straight through Nurse's legs. Starts the attack for the Canadians. It's Emma Malte. On the far side, off the glass. Malte, Stacey, Sawney round out Canada's 4th line at Beijing 2022. And ways to be effective. You know, we talked with the injury of Marie-Philippe Poulin. Well, Canada faced injury adversity in Beijing. It was Melody Daou that went down in their first game.
Yeah,
for the United States,
might
it's
not
been
play
Decker
until
Reeves.
it matters.
You just never know what
Knockout
is going
round.
to happen, so versatility is very, very important. As you look up and down this lineup now, and as we get the lines each and every game, we're not sure what they are going to be here, Kenzie, or what they're going to finish like without the likes of Marie-Philippe Poulin. But at the end of the day, you're looking up and down this roster and you're saying, who's going to step up and say, I'm on the first line? Because you're seeing that 4th line generate today. You're seeing the wealth come from many areas within this lineup.
We'll see if Troy Ryan and the coaching staff do any tweaking heading into quarterfinal play. As we've mentioned, regulation win for the Canadians means a matchup against Germany. The Finns would then take
Germany,
on
Canada, and the women's side. That's going to be
quarterfinal
interesting.
matchup in Group A.
Not the same as German, Canada on the men's side, but hey.
Certainly playing more through this 3rd period. You mentioned her numbers in the game against the United States. I think a game like that is meant for her with her size, her speed, her skill. Just all of those things, and with a defense-first mentality.
It was an unprecedented pick for Gina Kingsbury and the Brass to select Katie Taven, who hadn't played at a Worlds before. Last touch point with the national program was 2019 before she was brought in for those 2 rivalry series games this year.
But they did it with a purpose, right? And it was after the rivalry series where they were beaten handedly by the United States. They said, we need this. Well, if that's what you need, insert her in those moments.
Well said. As final minute to go in this 3rd period, Canada putting up the performance they needed, finding the score sheet. Everybody able to connect and capitalize. The 4th line, though, really have been the difference makers for the Canadians in this game with O'Neill, Gosling, and Gardner. But let's not forget Clark's 2-goal performance in this game, and Desbiens getting a game against the Finns to move past the American game.
And I was not sure whether they would go to Emmerich Smashmeyer in this game, knowing full well that they want Renee Desbiens in the net. I mean, when she's on her game, she's simply outstanding. Her record, her numbers, all of that can speak for itself. But when you're in a short-term tournament, you gotta make sure that you're ready to go and you're confident and you're clean. So likely giving her this game as an opportunity to hit the reset. So Canada needs to do a nice job at the end of this game just to make sure they clean up and take care of business.
Puck came out in front. Comes back to the line, kept in. Here's Makar, sending to the net. Dropped in front by Dostal. And shot wide by Mitch Marner. Close call early. Kept in by Marner. Dostal's dropped his stick as he turned that aside. And now the Czechs finally are able to move it out. And it's Šimik flipping that in high on Jordan Bennington. A hot start for the Crosby line.
You win the face-off, you get down to the offensive zone and go to work. This puck is tipped last minute by Mark Stone. He was getting boxed out by Hronek, but still got a piece of the puck and then also a chance at the rebound, as it was really tight for Dostal scrambling to start the game.
So now Nathan McKinnon comes out to take that draw and win it against David Camp. And it's Brandon Hagel alongside. And like call.
Glove pass.
On a hand pass. And Nick Suzuki moves up. So that's one of the big storylines coming in, Mike. A little bit of a tweak to the lines that have been used in practice.
And Nick Suzuki getting, I guess, off the would-be fourth line onto Nate McKinnon's line, playing on the wing nonetheless. But with Hagel and Suzuki, you can see how this line should work.
McKinnon knocked down by David Camp. If we call the McKinnon line line 2, 85 goals combined in the NHL this year. McKinnon fired that across the goal mouth. That's the same number as the McDavid line. This time,
huge hit by McKinnon on that one.
Physical battle with Michael Kempney. It'll be cycled into Nathan McKinnon, who scored the first goal of Four Nations. Almost turned it over there, and it does end up on the stick of Kemp. Here's Kemp over the line. And a chance for Kempney, and Bennington's got that.
Good to see Bennington get a couple touches, couple saves, but a really good play by Michael Kempney in his own end. Nathan McKinnon is maybe the hardest player in the league to stop when he gets wheeling around the top. Now, he got a taste of the cold shoulder, or cold backside for Nathan McKinnon there, sat him down, but he stayed with them all the way up in his own end, turned it over to create the chance.
Okay, we had to wait till the third line to see Connor McDavid make his Olympic debut along with Tom Wilson and Macklin Celebrity. And all three in focus, and look at McDavid knocking down a man. Celebrity a shot. There's a rebound left in front after a good stop by Dostal.
Maybe the hardest hit I've ever seen Connor McDavid make.
Jervenka playing.
Ooh, there's a power play coming up for Team Canada.
Team Canada gonna get an early advantage. Bennington to the bench.
Yeah, it doesn't like being on its side.
That's McDavid with the hit. That's McDavid drawing the penalty.
Thomas Harley works it slowly out as they get the 6-on-5 organized. McKinnon lost possession, and so the first call of the game coming up. Wes McCauley.
23, Czechia. It's got a minor for a hold.
Sedlak, big solid four. Here's McKinnon in on the forecheck though. He's looking to finish on Sedlak, sits him down, gets the net, and then goes back to the other end, and there's Sedlak getting tangled up with McDavid again in an offensive zone hold. Not what Czechia was looking for to start this game.
Team Canada had 4 games with the Four Nations, just 4 power plays. They scored on their very first, and it was a work of art by Nathan McKinnon on a setup from Sidney Crosby. Gail McCarr will quarterback the A unit. He'll glide through center, go to work deeper in the zone. Reinhardt's out there as well. McDavid's got the puck, downhill to the net, and snapped that shot.
That's off.
Not sure the net came off, and yes, they're going to have to stop play.
That's a good break for Czechia. Dostal came flying across to get his shoulders up against the post as McDavid picked off the clearing attempt. And they might have to check the pegs because that came off very easily.
Yes, hello, folks.
Also, McDavid looking to score early.
Yes.
Both pegs came out. Clearly 97 ready to go.
John Cooper said he's laser focused, and I think we've seen evidence
This
of
might be a
that
quick
on the
stream.
very first
My
shift.
computer is acting up and overheating.
Crosby to take
which
the draw.
sucks, but
Won by the Czechs, kept in by McKinnon. Now comes across to the captain.
And
Sidney Crosby down low. Give it go. Glove stop. Dostal.
what are you gonna do, Gudis?
97 to
What are
87.
you really gonna
That
do?
would have been pretty.
And Dostal, get used to saying his name. He's going to be busy here Another good keep by Nathan McKinnon this time. Give and go.
You know you can't
And the
fight,
one-timer.
so you're just going to be a tough guy?
Stahl reaching out. Not happy with the traffic. Watch the Stahl's arm in the last minute. Little pop into Sidney Crosby.
Because a fighting gets you kicked out of the game and you miss the next one.
Crosby. McDavid.
That's going to be tough for the Americans.
Up to Reinhardt. And didn't get all of that. So Stahl turns it aside.
All those options. 3 righties for McDavid to pass it to Makar, McKinnon, or Reinhardt.
If they decide to fight.
Makar defers to McKinnon. He'll bounce it back and with speed.
McDavid.
McDavid into the zone. McKinnon up top.
To McKinnon.
He'll dance past one.
Back to
Give it
McDavid.
back to McDavid. Crosby
Download
to
Crosby
McDavid.
to McDavid.
And now Makar.
Up to Makar.
Over on that far side. That shot dropped in front. And that puck cleared over the glass. And they say deflected.
Yeah.
Well, it's something to watch that first unit
Just
go to
too
work.
cocky.
The double drop to Connor
somebody
McDavid.
watching.
Are you kidding me? Good
Nick
look
is
trying to
at
hold the
work
blue
on
line.
site right
And this
now.
is a pass from Nathan McKinnon. He's trying
So
to
he
put this
can't
onto
chat,
a tip
but he can watch
stick
a
in
little
front.
bit.
Not looking to score. Crosby.
Yeah, that kind of
almost
sucks
gets a
being at
piece
work
before the
on
scramble.
site.
So the second unit comes on. Shea Theodore. Listed as the 7th D, but the quarterback of the second power play has the puck. It'll come to Celebrini. Can let it fly.
Celebrini, one team misses.
Marner on the far side. Bo Horvat in support. But
Too many weapons on the power play. Too many weapons,
Team
not
Canada
enough
with 15
who
seconds
wants the puck.
of power play time left. Here's Marner.
Mitch Marner.
Working his way
93.
in. Pass for Horvat. Didn't get there. Celebrini will turn it back in. He gets it to Marner. Stone goes to the net. Theodore downhill fired.
Stone with a block with his own teammate on that one.
Back at full strength, and here is Sedlak out of the box and going to work on the attack. Former Columbus Blue Jacket.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
It's like, you're a superstar, you're a superstar, you're a superstar. I pass it to you. Okay, well, I'm going to pass it to you. No, I'm going to pass it to you. No, I want to pass it to you. It's like the Oilers power play. It's just too many weapons. And nobody wants to be that guy. But you need a shooter. For all intents and purposes, you need a killer. What do you have in your hand? Oh, shoot.
goes to center. Hurdle back with
In
Nature's
that
having a
Dr.
terrific
Hose-
year in Colorado. And
she broke
David
the ball.
Pasternak, 7th in the league in scoring. Brad Marchand on the ice. Sent it across. Stone was headed to the bench and didn't see the pass coming.
Good for Kylie Money.
Phil Hronek
As soon as you're not sleeping.
up ahead for the veteran
Been up since
Cherbenka
5:30
in his
and no
5th
sleep.
Olympic
Okay.
Games. It's an icing
Thank
call
you.
against Czechia.
Canada doesn't get anything on the
Keep
board
going.
on their power play. Had a couple good looks. Crosby, Celebrini, and good for Theodore. He tries to go upstairs, but he catches Mark Stone in the hip instead. Give Sam Bennett for his first shift.
Sam Bennett, the extra forward. Lost the draw. Out comes Natchez. Excuse me, Stransky. Stransky, who leads the Swiss League in scoring. Bennett back the other way. A goal in the Four Nations final. Conn Smythe trophy winner and a big hit on the forecheck there. Drew Doughty's on the ice, playing in his 3rd Olympic Games. Hagel battling for the puck. Marchand with it, sends it wide of the net. Here's Bennett shoulder to shoulder with Hronek. Bennett trying to come up with it. It'll come to Marchand. And off the blocker of Dostal. Cycled back for Bennett. There's a weak shot, doesn't get to the net. Maybe another try. And Bennett with a little pump on Dostal. The puck up over the glass, but deflected, so no penalty.
Well, Chris, what can we say? We're down here between the benches. We've done a lot of games together. We've done playoff games, intense games, but very few games feel quite as fast as this one has already felt. It is amazing to see how quickly these guys have to decide what to do and where to go with it. Not a lot of time or space with the speed.
Terrific pace. The Czechs called for icing. Face-off comes back into the Czechia zone. Shot 6-2 early in favor of Team
6-2
Canada.
early
John
in favor of
Faber's trying to do,
Canada.
though. He's got
Still
everyone involved. Shea Theodore, 7th
Canada
defense.
had a
He's been on
power
the
play.
ice.
They did
You see
Skadooshi on it.
Sam Bennett, the 13th forward. He's been on the ice trying to get everyone a shift early to get into the game.
Everybody is in. Makar and Taves on the back line. Face-off one, and it will come back to Makar. That pass pulls Taves out to center. Devon Taves straight ahead into the zone. Trying to get it across to Stone, broken up. On-man rush. Kubalik and Kasha on the attack. That fired around by Faksa. Deflected to Team Canada. Crosby looking for Marner inside the line. Across it comes to Colton Parayko. In and around it goes. All the way to McDavid. Lost control of the puck. Back the other way, Kasha with Kemp. And that'll be absorbed by Binnington. Just getting underway. 6:41 gone. And early pressure by Team Canada.